the Nifty is slipping below 25,200 yesterday, and then finally closing about that 25,200 mark. But there was a lot of if you look at deep into in the kind of options activity which was happening, there was a lot of put unwinding that happened in the market yesterday, and that we saw that was one of the reasons why we saw a slip for the Nifty there. Finally, Nifty getting some support at 25,200, but that support is very weak with respect to the kind of negative pressures which are there, especially with respect to IT and others. Nifty IT and Nifty Pharma were some of the key losers in yesterday's trade there. If you look at the delivery statistics for IT companies or companies which are part of Nifty IT, high delivery volumes, nearly 4,000 crores of delivery volumes that turnover that happened on IT companies on Monday trade. That's quite high given the fact the kind of news flows that were there, especially with respect to H1B visa. Even though many of the IT companies are not so dependent on H1B visa as we speak, the sentiment is negative for the IT companies going into trade and going into the earnings season as well. So that's something which we should be looking out for. The other thing which was outperformer yesterday was Adani Group stocks. There was a lot of volume that came in Adani Group stocks. There are nearly 16,000 odd crores of turnover happened in that counter, but the delivery was much low, 19% delivery for the entire group of Adani shares. So it was more of a trading activity which we saw in Adani Group shares, though most of the companies closed much higher. If you look at some of the companies that closed, it's Adani Power was up 23, Adani Total 16%, Adani Energy 15, sorry, 15% was the delivery for them, but 6.5% for Adani Energy. You have 20% up for Adani Power, Adani Total up nearly 20%. So a lot of price volatility which we saw there, but it was not accompanied by delivery volume. So delivery volume was much lower for these counters yesterday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But looking at the F&O picture, it was the quietest of sessions yesterday. Yes, you did have that, last half-hour selling which came by, and which is why perhaps we saw a dip. But for the better part of trade yesterday, Sajid, we were absolutely flat. What's the F&O picture telling us?
If you look at the kind of picture which options are telling us, 25,300 and 25,500 has become a good resistance point for the Nifty, and even at 25,200, which was the point above which Nifty closed on Monday, that's it's still a little weak in terms of a support level there. So if there is a negative pressure, the index can move towards 25,000 going forward. So that's something which is there. The put call ratio has been constant at 0.72. We saw net longs getting added on both banks and Nifty Bank and Nifty there, while the open interest positions have been closing out in these counters there. So in the last 7-8 trading sessions, we have seen the Nifty futures open interest position falling by nearly 4,500 to 5,000 crores. That's something also gives away the fact that you have some of the shorts going out of the system, but there is still negative sentiment which is there, which is coming from global markets for Indian markets there. Nifty longs for FIs is at around 13.2%, so still in a decent level which is there. It's gone up in Monday trade there. So there is some long position build up happening from the FIs point of view, but on a cash market level, FIs were net sellers and DIs were net positive buyers.
Okay, that's the picture right now from the F&O universe. But Sajid,